everyone. Welcome back to Wax to Slabs. I'm Clay. He's Subby. And Jim, we had some technical difficulties last week. We did a whole great show on baseball. It was the day after opening day of baseball, and we goofed it up.
I know. No audio. No audio. So we still look good, but just no audio.
You're looking good, not I. But okay. I love the shirt today. Got a little Charlie Hustle today.
Charlie Hustle. That's my childhood hero, and of course, there's a lot of speculation that they're going to actually lift that little clause on Pete Rose and maybe get him where he deserves in the Hall of Fame.
That'd be great. It'd be really cool. And he's one of your heroes, and I think that'd be super great. We're glad you guys joined us today. Like I said, our last week's video didn't have audio, so we weren't able to post it. And all we talked about was baseball. We're going to continue that this week and talk about baseball again. Try not to do the exact same show that we did last week because that would be kind of repetitive. But we do have some things like who's hot and who's not that might be a little repetitive from last week. But you didn't see it, so it's only repetitive to us, and I think you guys will definitely enjoy it. And we're talking baseball today as the baseball season is just underway. And there's been a lot of buzz, a lot of things happening in baseball. I've seen a lot of great plays. I've seen where a pitcher threw the ball and he got smacked right back at him. He just instantly caught it. It great,
How about Otani?
Otani's been great.
The guy is still on a tear. I mean, hitting walk-off home runs. I mean, the man is a beast. And, of course, Aaron Judge, another hot player, hit 3 home runs in one game. And that brings us to the news of the hobby.
Yes.
So if you guys have not heard that there is kind of a surprise star of the first couple of weeks.
And I'm waiting for the first card. You know they're going to make a card for it.
Oh, you know it's going to. But it is the torpedo bat.
Yes.
Now, for those of you that don't know what the torpedo bat and all the controversy surrounding it, I'm going to show you a picture of exactly what that torpedo bat looks like. So there it is. It's kind of a bowling ball, it's kind of like a bowling pin shaped bat. And of course, it became the talk of the sport after the Yankees' home run onslaught, in which they hit more home runs in a single game than the New York Yankees ever had in the history of the Yankees.
Really? Wow.
Yes, and that's really what started all the talk about the torpedo bat. But it's not just the Yankees. There are several other players that are trying out this torpedo bat.
Well, if you take a look at it here, I'll pull it up on the screen. It looks like the weight of the bat is more in the middle as opposed towards the end. It usually starts out fatter at the end and works its way down to the handle. But they've repositioned. It's the same weight. It holds the same weight and the same diameters. It meets all specs.
Yep.
But they move the weight of the bat more towards the hot hitting spots.
Exactly. And I've watched a lot of documentaries on this particular bat, and the whole concept was to be able to put more of the meat of the bat where the hitters are going to be hitting the ball. So especially down toward the end of the bat, because there's a lot of hitters that go the opposite way. And in order for you to go the opposite way in baseball, you have to time that pitch where you will hit it toward the end of the bat so it goes the opposite way to right field if you're a right-handed hitter. And so they've they put the meat of the bat at the end, and I don't know. I think it might be a little bit of a gimmick, and I did hear a quote from another manager from the team, not the Yankees, but they asked him, they said, so what do you think of the torpedo bat? And he goes, listen, guys, I think you're making more of it than what it is. And he made a quote and said, if not the wand, it's the magician.
I agree with that. I do agree with that, but here's what I say. If one player can use it, it should be available to all players. So if all players choose to use it, they should be able to use it, and it shouldn't be a problem. Now, when you start singling out people, say, well, you can't use it, or, I don't think they will, but if they would, that's where it becomes an issue. Or they say, no, none of these bats at all. They make a broad statement. But I don't think the Major League Baseball will, because if they're getting home runs, that's good for the sport, and I think it brings attention to the sport, and I think that's what they need to try keeping up with the football and NBAs.
Oh, and I agree, and it kind of hit home when Fanatics actually posted a picture of the torpedo bat on
Right.
April Fool's Day
Oh.
and said that Major League Baseball has now outlawed the torpedo bat, and it created so much stir in the
Yep.
hobby. And of course, it was just a April Fool's joke by fanatics. But yeah, that's definitely a hot topic
I
right
want to
now.
see that picture right there. I want to see that picture on a car.
Oh yeah. Oh, you know it's coming.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You know it's
And
coming.
then I'll send it off to PSA, and maybe in a year I'll get it back.
Oh yeah, yeah. Bat knob off of a torpedo bat. You know, I mean, I see that coming. I see it coming.
Oh,
So,
sure.
So you went on vacation here a couple weeks ago.
Yes.
And I know you had posted a couple pictures. You texted me and you go, "Man, take a look what I got."
Look what I got.
So why don't we show everybody at home what you picked up?
So these were some of the cards that I picked up on vacation. The big one right there, the Juan Soto autograph right in the middle. And right before we started recording this, I got a comp on that card. It's at mine is 49 or 48 out of 50. There's only 50 of those, and I got a comp on one finally for $215 raw. So that's cool. It's getting ready to get shipped off to grading. I'm gonna get that one graded. But then I picked up some others. Got some Paul Skeens in there. Also another Otani and a Mike Trout. Those Action Star cards are pretty cool for sure. But that wasn't the big one. The big one that I was really excited about, that I knew you'd be excited about, was the home field advantage card that I picked up, which is Otani. He's in a Dodgers jersey. It's a 2025 card. It's silver. It's super sweet home field advantage, and that one's going out to grading as well. And I'm very excited about that. And Jim, I also got. I don't have pictures of them, but I have them here, and you won't be able to see them. But I also picked up these little micro cards. You kind of schooled me on what they were. If you get real close to the camera, you might be able to see it. But it is a full-blown card with a back on it and everything, stats. But these are two gold ones. This is Nolan Ryan and Ken Griffey Jr. I seen these in the store. I was like, oh, I have to get these. I picked these up at a pawn shop down in Gulf Shores. Came back, and you have a whole collection of these things. So tell me about these micro baseball cards.
Well, there for about 3 years, Topps decided that they were going to make these micro cards, and they are tiny, guys. These are tiny,
So cool,
and yeah, I mean it's very very difficult to read the back of these cards. However, it was a neat concept. So back in 1986 and 1987, they did come out with a mini top set. But these cards were a little bit bigger. They were probably maybe about 2.5 inches in height, and they decided to go ahead in 1991, 92, and 93 to produce these micro sets.
Okay.
And of course, in the 1992 micro set, they had 12 gold picture cards inside. And actually, Clay picked up probably the two hottest cards out of that gold set.
The Ken Griffey and the Nolan Ryan.
You bet.
Cool.
You bet.
Cool.
So kind of a neat deal. And of course, I'm the junkier guy. I mean, this is during the era that I collected and I loved it. And they had so many different variations of sets and of course size of cards and I've got so many at home I don't even know what to do with.
So
but,
this is the 92
really
set.
cool.
This is the 92 set here, and this is the 91 set. Anybody's just looking at home and wanting to do some more research on them. They're really cool. They're micro baseball cards, and it's the full-blown card, but micro. It's really, really neat. So those were some of the things that I picked up while on vacation. The wife wasn't too thrilled with the amount of money I spent at a hobby shop while on vacation. Instead of being on the beach with her, I said, okay, I'll drink one less margarita, and that.
Well, you know, I heard the price of a gallon of milk down south had nearly tripled. So I mean, you need to
with the new tariffs involved.
Well, let's take a look at some of the new releases that have just recently come out and what is going down the calendar. So on the 3rd of April, we had the highly awaited 2024-25 Bowman University basketball. Now, of course, we're in the final stages of March Madness. Of course, Cooper Flag for Duke University, highly touted. His first Bowman cards coming out with this set, so that is a very hot product as well that you can pick up at Walmart, Target, your area department stores and that is going to be Bowman University basketball. So, of course, that came out here on the 3rd. We've got Top Finest Major League Soccer coming out on the 3rd. That came out. We had 2024 Topps Inception Football.
Okay.
Now, this is a high-end Topps product. You get 1 pack. It's 5 cards with the potential to hit some bangers out of this. But, of course, you're going to be putting out several hundred, if not thousands of dollars to get it. 2024 Top Royalty UFC Ultimate Fighting Championship cards come out on the 4th. The 5th, we've got Upper Deck National Hockey Card Day. And then the 9th is the big day. The 9th, we're going to have 2024 Panini Select Baseball. We're going to have 2023-24 Panini Flawless Basketball, which is also a high-end product through Panini, as well as 2023-24 Panini Immaculate Basketball.
Okay.
We've got 2024-25 Panini Select Series A Soccer. And then on the 10th, we've got 2024 Top Finest Formula One Racing.
I'm excited about that.
Out.
I'm really excited about that.
I bet you're excited about that. And then on the 11th, I think a lot of people are kind of waiting on this middle-of-the-road product, 2024 Donruss Optic Football. Ooh. So that's going to be coming out. And, of course, you can pick that up also at Target, Walmart, and department stores. It's a higher-end retail product that's going to be out there. So I've seen the Donruss Optic Football.
It look good?
Man, it looks fabulous.
Can't wait to see that.
Fabulous.
Now, these new products are coming out, and I know football season's over, and we're looking for, draft day and spring training and all that for football is not too far away. But these new products that come out, the rookies are still rookies. They don't have any new rookies yet. So Jaden Daniels is still a rookie in these new products that's coming out. Marvin Harrison Jr. is still a rookie on these new products that are coming out, even though the season's over and new products are hitting shelves. So so be mindful of that. If you're collecting all the rookie cards of a set rookie player, J.J. McCarthy, there's still going to be some in there, and they're going to be labeled as rookie cards.
Absolutely, and the football, they round up probably about 75% of the hot players that are currently right now for sports cards. So taking a look at the who's hot, who's not products, of course, who's hot right now, we've got Jaden Daniels, of course, in the football. We've got Cooper Flagg for basketball because of March Madness. And, of course, Paul Skeens on the baseball side of things, of course, his top debut patch card sold to Dick's Sporting Goods for $1.1 million. His salary, Clay, we mentioned this last week, is only $877,000 a year, and his card sold for about $250,000 more than his salary.
That's just mind-boggling there of how a piece of cardboard with a patch on it can go for that much amount of money, and the players doesn't even make that much for the year. So,
it's incredible. Bobby Witt Jr. for the Kansas City Royals, of course, very hot out there on the market. He started off a little sluggish so far this year, but he has the last 2 years. But he has a proven record. He gets on base. He steals bases. He hits home runs. And I think that's one of the reasons why people know it's coming. And he's still one of the top 5 prospects of Major League Baseball that has, this is his 3rd year in professional baseball. So got a huge following. And, of course, he's right up there with the top 5 who's hot right now in the sports collecting world. And as far as who's kind of on the cold side right now.
That's all the who's hot and who's cold.
Aaron Rodgers.
Stay away from Aaron Rodgers. I can do that.
I've never been a huge fan of Aaron Rodgers. Here over the last 3-4 years, he's kind of been going back and forth to a few teams, trying to find that sweet spot. And but I do think he has a little bit of playing time left in him. Hopefully 2025 will prove that point. Giancarlo Stanton, of course, he's on the cold side, New York Yankees. He's having some big issues right now. And then on the basketball side, we got De'Aaron Fox. He was really highly touted, rookie card. his popularity really went down, and so his card value also has gone down over the last month.
Absolutely. That's one thing that we talk about is value of cards. A raw card like this that you might find in a top loader has a value, but if you go and get it graded and get, one of these plastic things around it, if you're new to the hobby, don't know what grading is, grading, you send a raw card like this to a company, SGC, PSA, Beckett is another one. There's a lot of them out there. GMA, there's a lot of grading companies out there, but the PSA is one of the top, SGC is one of the top, and Beckett is one of the tops for multiple sports as well as TCG cards, Pokemon cards, Magic the Gathering, Yu-Gi-Oh. I know there's some other Disney has some new trading card games out there as well. So you can send these cards off. They grade them. They look at the corners. They look at any creases. They look at the overall condition of the card, and they send it back with a little barcode at the top. Tells you what the card is, the year it is, and then they give it a grade. This one is a Mint 9. You probably can't see it on the TV very well, but I'll give one here to you. This is a 9.5, and this is a 10. So the higher they're graded, the more value they're going to hold in the marketplace. If you try to do it, try to buy for investing purposes, you want to buy them raw and then turn around and sell them with a grade. So for investors and collectors alike, if you can get more 10s, you're going to get more money back out of your investment down the road.
Yeah, and from a vintage standpoint, of course, I love to collect vintage cards. I have several graded vintage cards myself, and it's not just the stars that bring the value.
Oh yeah.
When you talk grading sports cards, so of course, back in the day, they didn't have such.
They didn't have this kind of technology.
That they didn't have that technology when it goes to cutting the cards, putting them into the packs, and getting them out to the retail places. So there are some very valuable common Joes out there from, say, the 1968, 1971 set. And it happens that their card is in the far upper corner of a huge sheet of cards. And every time it begins to cut in this automated process, it nicks the corner of that card. So if you are one of the fortunate ones to get one that was not nicked by the cutting process and get, say, a PSA 9, a PSA 10, they might only have one or two of those cards in existence.
Yeah.
So the population report really puts a lot of value onto a graded card. So that common name Joe, his graded PSA 10 card might be worth thousands of dollars. So it is very important from an investment standpoint to get your cards graded.
And if you have a vintage from a vintage standpoint, if you send your card back and it only comes back a 5 or a 6, there's still value to that. You and I have watched some TV episodes of I can't think of his name right offhand. His card's like graded a 4, but it's going for millions of dollars. What's his name? Homer.
Let's see, Chasing Cardboard.
Yeah, I'm Chasing Cardboard.
That's Jay.
Yeah.
Or Ty.
Yep.
From Chasing Cardboard.
And they're finding older cards that are graded much lower grades, but those are still very, very valuable because of the condition that those cards were in.
Yeah, I mean, 1955. I mean, I've heard stories from my own father where he would go to the dime store, pick up a 5-cent pack of cards, eat the gum, throw all the cards away except for one, and put it in his bicycle spoke.
Yeah.
So it sounded like a motorcycle driving down the road.
And just think that was Babe Ruth or anybody.
Yeah, like and the thing about it is that's where the hobby had changed just a little bit, at least in my mind, where we go from, in my era, my dad's era, we took those cards and we read the backs. We had rubber bands around them. We wrote their stats on the back of the sports card, for crying out loud, in which now it's developed more into an investment, into a kind of a business for some people. So it's very funny when I watch these breakers, these companies that will take a case of cards, open them up, you buy a spot in the break, say you want the Kansas City Royal, you'll get every Kansas City Royal out of that break. And they fly through all the base cards
Yep.
and likely will be throwing them away and only keeping the autographs, the parallels,
Cards of value,
the numbered cards, and then the rest of them they just throw away. And it leaves a knot in my stomach, Clay.
Well, you say that this is a base card for Jaden Daniels. It's a mosaic, just the base. There's nothing special about it. Came back a PSA 10. This is going to be worth more because people skip over the base cards. So in 5-10 years, they're not going to find this rookie card of Jaden Daniels because everyone kind of skimmed right over it because it wasn't anything special.
Yeah,
so
it's not an autograph.
It's not an autograph or a patch or a numbered card or all these different variable parallels that they have about these cards now. So don't overlook the base cards because there's value there. I got mine in separate boxes at home: football, baseball, hockey, NBA, Formula One. So
yeah.
So don't take those for granted as well. There's some value to those base cards that you could possibly get. Now, am I going to get a lot of money for that right now? No, but in 10 years, that PSA 10 or that SGC 10 Jaden Daniels rookie card could be worth more than what I have in it. And I have about the card came in a pack, so it's probably 30 cents for the card, and the grading costs $20. So if I sell it right now for $25, I'll make money. But in 10 years, it could be $50.
Yeah.
And
or Jaden Daniels could break a leg opening day, and it might still be worth 30 cents.
You know where I'm putting my investment at. I'm putting all my investment in Jaden Daniels, so don't do that to me, please. Please.
So this week, I think what we're going to do, it's been kind of a hot product out there, believe it or not. It started off as, I think, kind of a gimmick back around Christmas, but Fanatics and Topps created these metal tin Christmas ornaments that had packs of cards that was wedged down in it. They sold them for $14.96. Of course, I fell victim. It's the new product. I bought a few of them. One thing I noticed, it was really tough to get cards in decent condition because they packaged them in a way where they moved around a little bit, so the corners were a little nicked, didn't get anything. So Fanatics, for Easter, which is coming up, have come out with their metal tin Easter eggs. Now, they had specifically told collectors that they had improved in the packaging process and that they have several chase cards now in these Easter tins. So what we're going to do is, I did get one. We're going to open it up here for the show, and we'll just take a look at the cards, the condition of them, and who knows, maybe get a banger out of it.
Maybe so. So let's go ahead and jump into doing that. Thank you guys for joining us here on this week's of Wax and Slabs. Stick around as Subby rips open some the Easter pack.
Yep.
So get ready for that. It's coming your way right here on Wax and Slabs. But for right now, thank you guys so much for joining us for another episode of Wax and Slabs. Jim, over to you.
Okay. Here we go, guys. I'm excited. Let's go. All right, guys, we are back, and we are going to open up a Topps 2025 Series 1 Easter egg. We're going to see how gimmicky these eggs are. So they've been kind of a hot commodity here since they came out here about 2 weeks ago. So there was a lot of hype. They've been pulling some bangers out of them. But as I said before, they came out with the 2024 Christmas ornament tin, and I did fall victim of about 3 or 4 of them, and I wasn't too impressed. So let's see what the Easter egg has in store for us.
Now, these available at local retail stores here in West Central Missouri, Subby?
You betcha. Yep, they're available all the Targets and Walmart. So sometimes these things, I know the ornaments sometimes were kind of a burger to open up.
Right.
Well, it's pretty easy.
Pretty easy, yeah. Ooh.
So
they look pretty good.
Yeah, there's the cards. A pretty good little pack. And they do have some pretty neat parallels in the package. I have seen a few. Hopefully we'll get a couple to be able to show off. Maybe Top can redeem their 10 view in my respect anyway.
But you know, this is great for a kid that's just getting into the hobby. For them to be able to just get into it. You put this in their Easter basket. How cool is that? You know,
I would
Kids
love
love
to
it.
have one of these in the Easter egg basket I'm getting from Radford Media Group coming up here.
There you go. Absolutely. Yeah. Don't hold your breath.
So, of course, they take about the same design as the 2025 Top Series 1. Gavin Sheets, Gary Holmes. There we go. There's my boy. James Wood
Ah.
for the Washington Nationals. That's his rookie card. So that is the guy that I have been courting for about the last 5 or 6 months, and all of the different editions, Panini, Tops, Bowman, and I've amassed quite a little collection of James Wood so far. So Jonathan India, Andrew McCutcheon, Malloy, rookie card, O'Neill Cruz, Waldrip rookie, Jake Cave, Michael King. We got Justin Verlander, Gilbert. We got Wobleski for the Dodgers.
I'd hate to be a radio announcer for that team.
Oh, you ain't
Well,
kidding.
Blackie up the bat.
Oh, my goodness. Let's see, Brian Wu, Saugerd rookie, Will Benson, Bryce Harper, Mauser. He's starting off doing really good for the Florida Marlins right now. Colton Cowser, who, they really expected Colton to be a force this year for the Baltimore Orioles, and it was the second game, and he broke his thumb.
Ooh.
And now he's out 4 to 6 weeks right now, but very highly touted. Akela, C.J. Abrams. We've got an all-star card, Charlie Blackmon, Jake Cronenworth, Brooks Baldwin for that is Chicago White Sox. So they're cool uniform they've got. I'm going to bring this up just a little bit. Southside.
Yeah.
So that's their at-home uniforms. I believe they call it the City Connection.
Yeah.
Uniform.
Series, yeah,
so that's kind of a cool deal. Doyle, Francisco Lindor, DJ Hertz rookie, Paredes, Anthony, Pete Crow Armstrong, also another possible upcoming star. Now we start kind of getting into some of the good cards, what I call good cards. We got a team celebration, Spencer Steer, Brandon Marsh, Angel Martinez rookie, Freddie Freeman. We have a backwards card. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Okay, just a gold or a silver foil Will Smith.
Not the rapper.
No,
Not the Fresh Prince.
There's a different color insert right there.
That's pretty neat.
That Jack Konchantowicz. I know I butchered that name.
Yeah.
But kind of a cool, colorful border like you would see in an Easter egg.
That's pretty cool. Yeah. Springtime.
We got Ellie De La Cruz.
That's
of course, cool. He's having a killer start of the season.
Yeah.
I think he's been on ESPN and Major League Baseball MLB channel, I think 3 times with Web Gems already.
Wow.
At shortstop.
We're only like a week and a half into the season.
I know. So, yeah, he's been hogging that. So let's see. We got 3 upside down cards. And these are going to be the special inserts. We got Martinez rookie card. Colt Keith rookie card.
Cool.
And Lewis Robert Jr., Stars of the Game, I believe. Stars of MLB is that subset. Julio. We got Lewis rookie card. Casey Mize. Jung-Hoo Lee. Jack Konchantowicz, I think. That's where we had that parallel from.
Yeah.
Connor Wong. Ryan Jeffers. Jake Irvin. We got league leaders. Cedric Mullins. Royce Lewis. And V-Lad Jr. to round it out. So a couple decent rookies, but all in all, I don't know. I'm not really overly impressed with our I guess our exclusive parallels
Or that.
for Easter. I do not believe any of them are numbered. So I don't know. Maybe I just got a raw one. But I've got a couple more at home. I'm going to be opening up over the weekend.
Okay.
And then of course, if I pull anything good, we'll talk about it next week under our polls for the week.
That sounds good. And then also we can post it online. You can do Subby can share it, or any of our watchers and listeners out there can join us in posting the pools of the week. Post them on our Facebook page. We want to see it. Wax the Slabs on Facebook. Hopefully that's where you're watching this at. And you can definitely get in there and share your cards as well, because we like to talk about what you guys are doing in the community. And Subby, one thing that we hadn't talked about that we did last week on the episode that will never air is we're going to be putting together a trade night here in the next couple of weeks or so.
Yeah.
We're going to get a lot of people together at the radio station to bring all their collections out and maybe have a trade night where we can see what everybody has and maybe trade some cards.
You betcha. And hopefully there's some pizza involved as well.
Absolutely. There's always pizza involved when talking about cards.
And don't forget, guys, you can catch this on My KDKD Plus app on your TV in the comfort of your own living room each week as we continue to bring you some of the latest market trends and hobby news across the country here at Wax the Slabs with Subby and Clay.
Thanks, guys, for tuning in for this week's episode. We'll talk to you guys again next week. Take it easy.